Put a one in the chat if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so if you can hear me,
Mm,
that must mean everybody else can hear me.
yeah.
All right, awesome. So I have a few questions that I want to ask you about your near death experience. And then
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to give some more people. Oh, someone says no. For me, it says waiting. Okay, somebody else says they can hear me. Okay, they put a one. Okay, good. So I wanted to ask you a few questions about your near death experience. And then after that, I wanted to give people a chance to come up and ask their own questions. Or if they don't want to come up, if they don't want to talk, that's fine. They can ask their questions through the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, good. So if they don't want to come up, they do have the option to ask their own questions through the chat. But
Mm-hmm.
I've always been curious about these near death experiences and if they are real. Because I believe that they're like a dream, right? Because sometimes when you go to sleep, you have dreams, and that's
Yeah,
how I kind of
kinda.
feel like. Yeah, I feel like the near death experiences are a dream.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
So I wanted to just ask you, how old were you when you had your near death experience?
So I was 12 years old. Um, Now I'm 24, so it was in 2014. I was born in 2002. So I was 12 years old. I was still almost a teenager.
Almost a teenager. Okay.
Yeah.
What part of Brazil are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from a city called Belo Horizonte. It's in the state of Minas Gerais.
Oh my God, I love you guys' accents.
Thank you.
All right. And was did you only have one NDE in your whole life, or you've had multiple?
No, I just had this one. This one was the only time I actually thought I was gonna die. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
because I don't know if you wanted me to tell it already,
Yes, I
but
did actually. That was my next
but
question.
yeah, basically I was in a school trip. I was with my teachers, my schoolmates, my classmates, and we were basically staying at a hotel, which was there was a pool in the hotel, and this girl, she knew that I couldn't swim, and I think she tried to do a joke, a game of trying to drown me. At the time, I was not an anti-natalist. I became an anti-natalist years later when I was 18. No, no, no. When I was 22, sorry. And at the time, I was still, I still tried to get on with life, so it wasn't my intention to die in that moment. So she basically invited me to swim in the deep end of the pool of the
Mm-hmm.
hotel, and she dropped me. So I started to drown, and after 1 or 2 minutes of me trying to get up, I actually tried to force her to drown with me. I actually hold her through her cheeks to drown. Yeah, but I actually tried to force her because I thought if I'm gonna die, you're gonna die with me.
Period. That
Yeah,
part.
and basically I did that, and after 2 minutes, I didn't felt anything. I didn't feel anything. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I didn't saw anything. I didn't feel anything. I just the only thought that I remember that came into my head was I'm gonna die a virgin.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at what's going
and
through your head, and you're about to die.
no, because I didn't know how to swim. I was in the deep end of the pool. She was
Mm-hmm.
drowning me. She was drowning me for no reason, and I was drowning her. So yeah, after some time, I thought I was gonna die, but after 2 or 3 minutes, the teacher pulled me up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I've almost drowned too myself, and tell you the truth, it's not a good feeling trying to grasp for air.
Yeah, at
It's
first it's not, but after some time I actually felt nothing.
I've heard that too. That after some time you feel at peace.
Yeah, but I think it's because she was forcing me. It wasn't me trying to drown myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why she did that. I think it's just a silly game. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But she knew you couldn't swim.
Yeah. I was basically, the bullied kid, so I think she knew it and she tried to bully me. Yeah.
Yeah. People will try to take advantage of someone they think is a weak link.
Yeah, sometimes. So,
That's the evil nature of humans.
yeah, they're really bad.
Yeah, I've almost drowned too, and it's not a good experience. It's not, I would never recommend someone try to do that. I've had followers write me emails saying that that was their method, and I'm just like, ugh, I wouldn't suggest that method at all. Um,
Yeah.
because in the beginning you're like trying to grasp for air. It's like automatically your body's like trying to breathe.
I think it's different when someone else is forcing you and you're trying to do it yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So did you see anything? Did you come across anything?
I felt really, really light. I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I had no body weight, but no, I didn't saw anything. I didn't saw any Jesus or any spiritual stuff. Nothing.
Oh, you didn't see anything like that. Okay. Okay.
No.
Yeah, because I've
I,
heard of these near death experiences where people are like, they saw like Jesus, they saw their grandma, their grandpa.
no, I didn't saw anyone. I didn't see anyone.
Yeah, I wanted someone who had those type of experiences so I can, really, really dig deeper and
I
see.
think
But
I think normally, I think people tell these kind of stuff when they become unconscious for a long time after
mhm.
anesthesia. I don't know. I think that when it's really short and it's not you trying to do it, I think your brain kind of feels less guilty. I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
So,
know.
like, what effects did it have on you personally? Like, did it make you appreciate life more, or?
No, no, it didn't make me appreciate life more. I was I was a kid, so my mentality was too on the present. So, like I said, I thought I was gonna die a virgin. I didn't think about deeper questions of the universe because I was a
Hmm.
kid.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Right, you were a kid. Right, right, right.
but I
Hmm.
think that if it happened to me today, no, that wouldn't still make me appreciate life more.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay. What
I
about your
think norm
memory? Did it change your memory? Did it make your memory sharper, or you still feel the same? You reverse the
Yeah, I remember that I actually felt when she pulled me up. I actually felt I was waking up from a dream when the teacher pulled me up of the pool. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I I actually was expecting my fate and I was feeling nothing. And when out of nowhere she pulls me out, I thought to myself, am I dreaming? Is this real? Yeah.
So I watched another video of an older gentleman who was living like a RV type of lifestyle, and he was telling his followers that he used to do hardcore heroin drugs long time ago, and he said, if somebody wants to really, really have a peaceful way to go, heroin is one of the best options because you really don't even know what's going on because he's almost, died from overdoses several times, and he's like he didn't even have any recollection of it. And that's what I
Yeah,
think is really the true near death experience. I don't think that these near death experiences that people are doing on these YouTube videos are real at all.
these ones where they see spiritual stuff and
Yeah.
their relatives. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think when the person is doing it on purpose, if you know what I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think I think in that case, like the brain kind of feels guilty because of the survival instinct, and they actually plant that these types of hallucinations when people do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why that's another argument for medical assistance, because when another person is helping you, I think you kind of feel more at ease when you're trying to do it by yourself, for yourself, right?
Especially when it's a professional.
Yeah.
And that's what is causing, I know a lot of people ask me about the clinic, the euthanasia clinic, and it's like, I'm not a professional. I'm just researching, doing a lot of research to find the best peaceful method, but I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical, I mean, I have medical experience, but I'm not a doctor in any sense of the word. But I think people will feel more at peace if they have a doctor that is licensed and has done it before and can put them at ease and peacefully take them on to non-existence.
I don't know if it counts as a near death experience too, but I also had another experience when I fainted for the first time. Do you want to
Hmm.
hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, basically, it was, I think it was 3 years later. I was 15, and I was it also happened at school, but at this time it was not a school trip. It was an actually in classroom, in the classroom.
In the classroom.
And basically at that day I went to school, and I actually hadn't eaten anything because at that time I didn't eat breakfast before
Hmm.
going to school. And basically I was in a class about, they were talking about a lot of diseases. I think it's science class, right? And they were talking a lot about diseases, and I actually really felt really, really bad. And I started seeing my all of my vision becoming very, very blurry.
Hmm.
And after some time, I tried to put my head on the
Desk.
on the desk. Yeah,
Hmm.
tried to put my head on the desk, and I I blinked my eyes, and at the next moment, I wake up with the face of the teacher looking at me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I actually didn't believe it was real. This one really felt like a dream.
Hmm.
It really
Hmm.
felt like a dream. Yeah, because I didn't see anything. I really blinked my eyes, and then I was on the ground.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never
So
fainted before. I've never had that experience.
so uh, uh, sometimes people think that when you faint, you're gonna actually dream or anything like that. But it's literally very instant. When you faint, the next moment you're already conscious in another place. So it's really confusing for you. Yeah.
Wow.
This
So
one,
were you?
I actually felt it was a dream.
Yeah, you thought it was a dream because it didn't feel
Hmm.
real. So were you
Yeah.
raised in religion or believing in a God or a higher power?
Yeah. My family is Catholic, and
Hmm.
I was in the church until I was 13. Yeah. Basically, in between these two experiences, I left church. Yeah.
Did you personally leave church or did your parents make that decision
No,
for you?
no, I personally left. Yeah.
Wow. So at 13, you had the ability to say, that's not for me.
Yeah, because I think my family never forced me to go. My
That's good.
family, yeah. So I started looking for other religions, but when I was 18, 19, I became an atheist, and I'm an atheist to this day.
Yeah, I think Brazil is a very religious country because you guys have like a big statue of like a god, right? Or like,
Yeah, Christ the Redeemer. Yeah,
yeah.
in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah.
You guys, I posted the link. Okay, so we have a question here. Let me put it on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever tell your parents about the incident and how did they take it? Oh, that's a good question.
I don't remember. This is the part that I don't remember. I don't remember much afterwards. I only remember that moment.
I remember when I almost drowned, I was scared to tell my parents about it because they had spent years of me going to swimming lessons. So it's like you're supposed to know how to swim. So what's the problem? But it was just like I caught myself off guard and almost drowned, but then I swam to the wall in the pool. So
Yeah, what I do remember about that day after the experience was that I actually was really pissed for some reason. I think it was because the girl tried to drown me, so I was really, really,
mhm,
really mad. Yeah.
mhm.
So during the rest of the day, I was, picking fights with everyone. Later that day, I remember we had a huge fight in the cafeteria, and I actually thrown food at people. I was really, really, really pissed. Yeah, that's what I remember.
And you had every right to be pissed.
Some people say that after near death experiences, they become more calm, more collected, but I actually became more enraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really didn't like the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, because this girl tried to drown you for no reason.
Yeah, yeah, basically for funs and games. Yeah.
Mhm. Hmm. So let me ask you, do you believe in reincarnation?
No, no, I never did.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
You guys, if you
because
want to, I'm sorry, Claudia,
be,
go ahead.
because I think that if a person reincarnates here, they don't remember anything from their past lives, and um, they don't have any trait, any personality trait that belongs to them. Then what makes this person themselves? So that actually never made sense to me.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, because I think you are composed of your memories. You're not even composed of your personality. You're composed of your memories. So if you don't remember anything from your past life, then why do that past self is still you?
Yeah, exactly. How can they claim that you were some previous person
Yeah,
when you don't even have the same memories, the same skin colored, nothing? So how can
yeah.
it how could I have been somebody else in a past life? That doesn't even make sense.
And even if it's true, it doesn't really matter because you won't remember anything. You won't
Exactly.
remember you won't remember anything that you've gone through to this life. Even if you go to a darker place, to a worse place, it won't really matter because you won't be able to remember anything. So even if it's real, it's useless.
Exactly. I appreciate everybody for coming. I posted the link in the chat. If you're just coming in, I'm going to post it again. If you guys want to come up and ask some of your own questions, or if you don't, you can just post your question and then Mr. Claudio can answer them.
Yeah.
I don't even believe in the so called soul that people talk about.
Yeah, me neither. I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in souls or anything like that.
I've even heard atheists talk about some human soul, and I'm just like, eh. I've heard of
I don't believe
people
in it.
I've heard of people receiving like someone else's heart or someone else's blood, and then they start to have the same characteristics as that person. I've heard of that. But those are like physical things. Like that's a physical thing that's being transferred from one person to another. So I can
Yeah,
understand that.
it's basically, imagine if it were possible to transplant whole brains, whole functioning brains.
Right.
Your brain has a history that the brain
Exactly.
defines your behaviors. So if you put your brain in the place of my brain, then obviously I'm gonna start behaving like you
Exactly.
because it's
Okay.
actually something physical. Yeah.
Exactly. We have another question from Andrew, the antinatalist. Did the girl ever get in trouble?
No, I was bullied until I left that school. I left that school when I was 15, the same year when I fainted.
And you probably
So
didn't
no.
even feel like you had to tell on her either.
Yeah, I was bullied by everyone, so left that school 3 years later after the near death experience. Yeah,
Well, I'm very sorry to hear about you being bullied.
yeah,
Humans are terrible. Is this another question? Let's see. Same way with that idea of heaven, you're supposedly perfected into another divine form. So how could you even be the same being in heaven? Yeah, none of it makes sense. The whole idea of heaven, hell, I mean, none of it makes sense. I think it was just created as a tool to make people behave in society
yeah,
because the
and
human nature is not a good nature. So we have to create this heaven hell aspect to make the human behave.
yeah, and I think that sometimes when you really really believe in something, an afterlife or anything like that, I think when your brain is trying to make you survive, it's gonna automatically think about it. So I think it's really a psychological mechanism.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
So are you still living in Brazil right now cuz your English is like amazing?
Thank you. No, I never left Brazil.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
how'd you learn English?
I learned English when I was 6 years old by
Um,
watching cartoons on
TV.
YouTube. I already had a I already had a computer in 2008, so my mom let me watch cartoons at the time that were on YouTube. So I found a lot of English ones, and I started learning a lot of stuff. And then I went to English course, but most of it I learned by myself. Yeah,
Amazing.
thank you.
All right, so I have another question from Exaraha. Exaraha. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm mispronouncing your names. It says, "Wow, kids can be so garbage. Why didn't the teacher react?"
Because I think the teacher never even noticed that she was drowning me. Because I remember when I was trying to drown her too, the teacher pulled her up first and then me.
So she don't even know who started it.
Yeah. All she knew that is that I was drowning, but I think she thought I was trying to drown myself. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Comment here says, "I'm going to make a video on my protest for death with dignity. I'm going to make a video on my." Oh, okay, so you Ephesus Unite, you made a video back in 2024 and you want to make a protest about it? Or you did a protest for death with dignity back in 2024? Yeah, we definitely need some reform, but I don't believe that any government is going to allow healthy, full functioning citizens have that option for peaceful death.
Yeah, I'm 24 and I already commented in a lot of your videos that I'm ready for it. But unfortunately, um, it seems like, or one, I did myself, two, I will never get it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So because I'm 24, so I'm still, for them, I'm still considered too young, and I don't have any
Too
physical
healthy.
yeah, I don't have any physical illness. Basically, my own reason is philosophical and mental. So yeah,
I know very few countries that allow people that have serious mental illness diagnosis to do it.
yeah.
Um,
My only diagnosis is bipolar mood disorder.
mhm.
Yeah,
And that is probably from years of being bullied and mistreated.
yeah. So I have really very big periods of moments with when I'm too happy, but afterwards I have really really big sadness periods. But at the same time, I feel that, it's my life, it's my decision. So I don't really think that uh, people should think that I don't have the right to decide, even if my decision in their minds is not made in the right state of mind, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
But you know, we live in a society where everybody believes that they have the authority to control the next person's lives and the next person's choices based on some god or whatever.
and also a lot of people think that, go to therapy, get help. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually anti-medicine. I don't like taking psychiatric medicine. So no, I won't take medicine. I won't go to therapy. So what happens to me? Like, I don't want to get help. I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to get medication. I don't want to do it. And I am mandatory to do it just because I'm too healthy to medical assistance. It's really,
Mm-hmm.
really stupid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Okay, we have another question here. Did you enjoy my anti-natalism episode on the Peace of Mind podcast from 2024? That's from Gerald Camp 3712. Gerald, I'm not sure. I don't recall, but if you want me to check it out, please feel free to post it either on my one of my community posts or you can email it to me. I'd love to check it out. All right, I appreciate you for tuning in. Okay. Hi to Brazil from Canada.
Hi,
Um,
anti-natal.
Antinatalope. Okay, we have another one from Andrew the Antinatalist. They say a God created heaven, hell, the universe, and earth. Okay, where was God supposedly located before all of that was created? I guess he was in the darkness of boredom. I don't know.
Yeah, they never managed to answer that question.
Well, they say, you know, God was beyond space and time. So it's like, was the motherfucker bored or something?
Like, which god? Because there's at least 4,000 gods. Which god?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
I always picture it as, you know, just some like ghost sitting around bored,
yeah.
twiddling his thumbs. Like,
Mm,
how can
A,
I spice this up here?
a lot of people uh, actually believe in that argument of, oh, if you try to exit, you're gonna be sent to hell. But don't they believe that salvation is also individual? Don't they believe that you um you and only you can be saved by your own doing? So why are they so worried? Why are they so concerned about other people making the decisions for their own lives?
I don't know. It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
Even if in their minds is a stupid decision,
Right.
it's another person's decision. Like, if hell actually exists and that person actually ends up going to hell, it's their problem. It's not your
Exactly.
problem.
Exactly. It doesn't affect the next person in one bit at all.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't scroll anymore. Okay, here we go. Okay, I have another FLS Unite. YouTube took down my video for having swear words, so I got a community guideline strike. Fuck YouTube. They're a bunch of snowflakes.
Yeah,
They
I
could
don't know
take
how it
mines down. I
is.
don't mind.
I don't know how it is in the US, but in Brazil they still don't do it because of curse words.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, they still let it be, but it's not monetized, but it's not blocked, it's not taken down.
So I've never been monetized on this page. I do have the ability to be monetized, but I've never been monetized because of the things that I discuss on my page. I don't want to, because to be monetized, you have to upload a photo of your ID or passport,
Yeah,
and I don't want to do that just because of the topics on my page. So I don't really care to be monetized. It would be nice, but
yeah. It's too sensitive of a topic to be monetized a
exactly.
channel about, euthanasia and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of these social media pages, I don't know if you guys are aware, they're just tools. The police They use these things as tools to find people, to track people down. So
Yeah.
just be aware of that. Okay. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like us. Okay. I have another question here by Clairvoyant. Did your way of seeing life or general worldview change at all being an atheist at such a young age? Or was it not that difficult to branch away from religion or religious practices?
Yeah, I didn't become an atheist until I was 18, so it wasn't too early. I stopped being Catholic at 12, but I didn't become an atheist until 18. So in that period of time, I actually tried other religions. So my family never forced me to go to church again. So I think that, I always had the freedom of exploring different beliefs and different stuff. And yeah, I never really felt connected to any specific belief. So I think ever since I was young, I never really had absolute truths in my mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
I
I became a,
honestly,
I became a I became an atheist simply because I haven't found any evidence. I haven't found any meaning in any religion that I tried. And I started watching some atheist YouTubers, and I actually really thought about it and really saw that you know God doesn't exist. No God exists.
and if there is a God, that motherfucker is either evil or indifferent.
Yeah. So I guess that's why I became an anti-natalist too easily, right? I became an anti-natalist at 22, so it was already 4 years of me being atheist.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So I was never really scared of hell. No.
Hmm. Okay. Eve, Evelina, Paula, I was just wondering when Against Life would come back. As you promised, then boom, I was pushed this video. I'm glad you're here, Evelina. Even though I saw your comments stating that you want to live until 120, girl, I would love for you to come up and explain why you want to live for that long. But hey,
Yeah, I want to know it too.
that's your free will. I hope you live a very healthy, long life. But at
Yeah, I
120,
actually noticed. I don't know if you noticed this too, but I actually noticed that a lot of anti-natalists are actually not pro-mortalists.
no,
Yeah,
they don't agree
the
with peaceful euthanasia.
yeah, there's a lot of anti-natalists that actually avoid this topic. They,
Hmm.
they really think about not reproducing, but they don't really think about what to do with people that already are here. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah. That's why I kind of shied away from the name antinatalism. Number one, I shied away from that name due to the fact that a lot of antinatalists are not pro euthanasia, and then a lot of antinatalists believe that you have to be vegan as well. So
yeah,
that's why I kind of shied away from the antinatalist, label per se.
yeah. Right now, I consider myself both an anti-natalist and a pro-moralist. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Okay, Andrew, the antinatalist says, I know Belgium and Canada allows it for certain people. Okay, if you guys have no more questions, uh, for Mr. Claudio, let me just go through it. Okay, okay, I think I see a question here. Okay, okay. Somebody said, something worse than hell exists and we're in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
That I agree. That's true.
Hmm. Okay, Auntie Natalope says, I'm hoping my health gives out.
Me too, me too. A lot of people, in my personal life tell me that, oh, even if you want to live, you have to be healthy, but being healthy comes with a cost. You live longer, so I don't want to live longer.
Some people actually live pretty sick. It's like the body is like, will
Even if
torture you,
they're
but it won't
healthy.
die.
Yeah, even if they have a healthy lifestyle, sometimes they get sick easily. Yeah.
Okay, another question from Clairvoyant. It says, okay, that's cool. Your family wasn't abrasive on pressuring you to conform to it. I'm guessing they mean to religion.
Yeah, no, they never did. Um, I think that that's why I was so open to you know quote unquote extreme ideas like atheism or antinatalism or promotalism. Yeah.
All right, another one from Antinatalope says, God either doesn't exist or he's too stupid to make himself clear. You're supposed to have faith.
You're supposed to be grateful for the gift of life
Mm-hmm.
because supposedly there's a lot of souls at the other side that really want to come here. Yeah,
Hmm.
supposedly.
Oh, and someone says, and Santa is real, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of comments I missed. I don't know how. Oh, someone says the darkness of boredom. Yeah, God was definitely bored. Needed some drama.
Yeah, life either is suffering or it's boring. So yeah.
And boredom can be suffering.
Yeah, because when you're bored, you actually try to find more stuff to do, and these stuff can lead to more suffering.
It's like when I watch little kids. I don't know if you ever sat and really watched them. They'll go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and it's just like they're bored.
Yeah, they they get into some dangerous situations, and
Mm-hmm.
they end up hurting themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and it's really it's really bad.
Like my niece, she'll climb up on we have this big refrigerator and she'll climb up on it and jump off and end up hurting herself. And it's like she was just bored. She's even though the refrigerator is there every day, she sees it every day. But out of the
Yeah,
blue, out of nowhere, she'll just climb it and just jump off of it just randomly. And I'm like, she's bored. Let's take her out of the
and
house. Let's take her to the park or something.
I have a niece, a younger niece, and a younger niece, no, a younger cousin. Sorry, I have a younger cousin, and whenever she gets hurt, she actually she tries to look for more blood. She likes to, have blood in her arms and her legs or anything like that. It's weird.
What?
Yeah,
I'm gonna add someone called Lawless. Oh shoot. Oh, how do I add this person? Somebody.
she's
Lawless.
she's very curious. Yeah,
We have Lawless. Ephesus. I'm sorry, your name went away as soon as I added you.
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah, we hear
Oh,
you.
sorry. Yeah, this might be a short call, but it's I was want to add more context on YouTube taking down my stuff. If you do care, they apparently took it down twice, but I got the appeal the first time. Basically, I shouted out amendment in one of the videos, and they put a timestamp on it, said it was hate speech. So I'm in a bit of a stick because I'm trying like, to protest and stuff like that. I'm not going to support me. It's fucking bullshit. So trying to gain an audience, basically.
Okay, so what you said you want some people to support you,
Yeah, I just put myself out there. That's all. But YouTube has been taking out my videos twice, so
but
it's
you
very
still have
annoying.
your page.
Oh, YouTube channel, yeah.
Oh, okay. So post a link to your page in the chat. You guys, if you want to check out his page, go ahead and I'll check it out too.
yeah. Me
But
too.
yeah, YouTube is always striking things and And they do it to me. They do it to me all the time. Oh, you can't
Yeah.
discuss this. You can't talk about that. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just a bunch of control freaks, psychopaths.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I did do a solo protest, I'm making a video on this, but it was back in 2024. I was on the train tracks, because I was trying to get attention for what I was doing. I was by myself, and the
Hmm.
police basically accused me of trying to do an unaliving attempt. And I explained to them that it wasn't that, and they still threw me in psych ward for 2 weeks. Like I knew the train wasn't going to come because I was in the way, so I was just very mad about that.
So where do you live?
Chicago.
Oh, in
They always
Chicago.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Pritzker signed the bill, but only for terminal people. So, and he said he wouldn't expand it, which is, yeah. So I'm
I
trying
think
to
it's messed up. It's fucked up to put people in a psych ward for them attempting. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
I it's really sad that when you attempt and it goes wrong, you can actually, get in get institutionalized.
yeah. And then you have people saying, "Well, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just off yourself? Why don't you just self delete?" And it's like,
Because it's too
mm,
risky.
it's risky. Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, and you could also get other people arrested. Like, for example, you buy some stints, they can get arrested for giving it to you. So it's just stupid.
It's all around
Yeah.
stupid. That's why I also support JC because JC is creating a foundation to legalize the ability to even research methods. Because,
Yeah.
the government doesn't even want you to have the ability to research methods. They attempt to take down every type of website, every type of tool that could possibly help people find a peaceful method.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
especially with
because it's too short of a line between, researching and quote unquote encouraging it, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You're
and
gonna say
especially with
something?
YouTube AI. Especially YouTube AI, it's very stupid too. Like I was trying to search up an incident that happened outside my old apartment. I used to live on like, I'm not gonna stalk myself, but I used to live on like Cicero or whatever. I don't live there anymore, but something happened outside my apartment back when I used to live there, and I asked for like who it was, and it was just telling me the same thing. I had to curse the AI to find out. The algorithm's so bad. So it really is not only is it not effective, but it just you can trick AI to give you info if you
Yeah,
try
I,
hard enough.
I had a conversation with Venice AI. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's supposed to be
Yeah, I
uncensored.
use it. I use it.
Please.
Yeah. For me, it's actually really uncensored. The really censored one is ChatGPT. That ChatGPT is really censored.
We have Pastor D that just entered the chat.
Is this the witch?
Yes, this is the witch.
I can't believe I'm talking to you in person. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I've listened to your channel. I love all your stuff,
Oh, thank you.
especially when you did that black lady that kid got run over by a train and you critiqued her.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of your best. And then the dad that was telling other dads that had kids that committed suicide and you
Yeah.
critiqued that. That was just priceless.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to shut up and listen for a while, and then I'll chime in.
There was
Uh,
I don't know if you guys want to stay, but I wanted to, I don't know where I put it. There was a research. Okay, here it is. I'm going to post the link to this. Um, there was a research done on the brain activity when you die. Because I don't know if people know, but the brain is. I lose everybody. No, here it is. Okay. The brain is still active 8 minutes after you so quote unquote die. So
Eight
I believe
minutes.
I believe that that's where people are getting their near-death experiences. I posted the link to this. I posted the link in the chat. I'll post it again a few times because I know people come in and out of the live. So I would just want to read up on it a little bit, and then if you guys have any questions or if you guys want to discuss it further.
Yeah,
Okay, it
I
says,
was
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was want to discuss that. I'm sorry. I want to discuss that. I just proved my point with DWD because I was an occultist and I still am, and I believe that afterlife is present within the self, and that's okay, right? Because I'm not fringing on politics of Christianity. So that's why I became Netflix or Death Day advocate to stop suffering in the afterlife or your brain or whatever. Because if you die, if you look it up, if you die traumatically, it can affect your NDE. So I was stuck on
Mhm.
that. We'll continue.
So you believe in the afterlife? Is that what you said?
Not necessarily like heaven, but it's like like the astral realm.
Okay, in the
Like it
astral
just applies
realm.
to
Okay.
yourself. Yeah, like you can astral project. I did it before.
So
Mhm.
So that's some
what do you
crazy
think
ass shit.
about? I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do your beliefs think about exiting suicide?
Oh, it should be peaceful.
So you don't believe it's a sin or anything like that.
I don't believe what?
So you don't believe exiting is a sin or anything like that.
I don't understand. A scene?
A sin, yeah, a religious sin, a
Sin.
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 Oh no, I don't think it's a sin. No, no.
Yeah, that's kind of good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did astral project before. So you see some a lot of crazy stuff. Like I saw like a spider mixed with a dolphin and all this other crazy. It's a real spiritual experience. But I can respect atheists because to me we're allies who will fight against pseudo religion and politics and this stuff. Life is good no matter what bullshit. But answer that's what you can continue. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You guys can chat away. Okay. What is
Yeah, because
Attila
I think a
Thompson?
lot of people who are against exiting normally use a religious justification.
Yeah, and it's in politics. Like it is sort of religious. Like life is sanctified and you should live no matter what. That's rooted in religion.
So that's really unusual that you you believe in an afterlife, but you don't believe suicide is a sin.
Yeah. But it's not a sin, yeah, because it's like it's your decision and it goes back to the self. Like it's not really a failure to me. That's how I see it. It depends how you
Yeah,
look at it.
that's good. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if I could pull up this onto the YouTube page, but it doesn't look like it's letting me. So I'll just read a little bit of it. It says, "What do you see when you die? Consciousness-like activity in dying brains offers some hints." It says scientists recorded the brain waves of a dying person for the first time and published their findings in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience in February 2022. The recordings indicated that there could be some truth to the statement, "My life flashed before my eyes," when someone has a near death experience.
Yeah, I
Additionally,
think
go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I think that I think that that's that thought that I had about being me being virgin is actually some form of you thinking about your life and life flashing before your eyes. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
run
don't
through
know.
your experiences, I guess.
Yeah, you actually think about things that you haven't done. Yeah.
Okay. Additionally, research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in May 2023 showed that activity in a part of the brain connected to dreaming and altered states of consciousness increased significantly in two patients after they were removed from a ventilator. See, I haven't even read this article beforehand, And I felt like it was a dream because your brain is still alive. Your brain is it still has activity. So these near death experiences that people are talking about could just be a dream.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, for the first time ever, scientists have caught a glimpse of what human brain waves look like in a dying person, bringing us one step closer to answering the perennial question, what do you see when you die? After a fall, an 87-year-old male went to the emergency room and rapidly deteriorated while hooked up to an EEG machine that captured his brain waves as he passed from a heart attack. This is not the first time we've seen the brain activity in a dying person. Some patients who have been pulled off of life support have had simplified EEG recordings taken, though they've been limited to frontal cortex signals. This, however, is the first case of detailed recordings that may be able to shed some light on what we experience when we die. Okay, oh shit. Oh, it's asking me to pay you guys, so shit. What? Damn it. How much is it? Hold on. Let's see if it'll just let me go.
And it kind of makes sense that people are seeing spiritual figures and everything because a majority of people in this planet are religious. So I think they will
Exactly.
I think they will think of the first thing that they believe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's asking me to pay. So if you guys really want to read up on this article, I posted the link and I'll post it again. I'm not gonna pay for that shit because I don't even really believe it to begin with. So I'll just go through the comments and then after that I'll get out of here because I want to take a nap before I go out tonight. Where? Oh, who do we have in our chat now? Oh, Pastor D left. Okay, I guess he just wanted to say what's up. I thank everybody for showing up today.
Oh, no problem. I can
Okay.
leave if you want. I don't have anything else profound to say. I just wanted to read the message. But I can leave the StreamYard if that's okay.
I didn't hear the last part you said. What you said about StreamYard? Oh, okay. I guess he left. It's up to you
Yeah.
too, Claudia. If you want to stay, if you don't, that's fine. I just want to go through some of the comments. It says there's a
Yeah.
lot of ANs that aren't pro E. Why?
Be-
Because they just feel like they don't want to reproduce, but they want to live as long as possible. I have actually a friend that lives in Uruguay that is like that. Anytime I talk about euthanasia, she's like, "Oh, don't talk like that. Don't say stuff like
yeah.
that." And I'm like, girl.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of YouTubers, big anti-natalist YouTubers, if you know what I mean, that they really avoid the subject of euthanasia because I really think that they're themselves in their personal lives, they don't want it, so they don't feel the need of discussing it.
And I'm absolutely fine with people. Okay, we have a Claire coming in. I'm absolutely fine with people making the choice not to do it. I'm super fine with that. Just give people the ability to make their own choices. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but it's really common for anti-natalists to be actually anti-euthanasia. It's very common. It's two different stuff. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Y'all can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
Did I
cool.
pronounce your name correctly? Is it Claire?
Yeah, Clairvoyant sites. Yeah, in YouTube.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you? I'm a big fan of your work, of course, Against Life.
I
Uh
appreciate that.
yeah, I like all your content, especially going over the antinatalism subject or doing like the critiques on, natalists that like complain about the deed that they've done, and stuff like that.
I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, usually I pop in some of the anti-natalist panels in the community, but sometimes I do have stage fright, even though it's still over digital. But I think I did have a question in chat for what's your name again? I'm sorry, it's with the avatar
I'm
with the C.
Claudio. I'm Claudio.
In Claudio. Okay, okay. I was wondering if you ever met anyone in real life in Brazil that like had an NDE experience, because I know like most people that do have it, only come across it online. And I was just wondering if you had anybody that you've met that had any like experience like that.
In real life, no, just in the internet,
Okay, okay.
no.
Yeah, because it does seem like a rarity, or maybe like how you said, it's like people may have had it, but they were unconscious and they just thought nothing about it, or like they don't consider it an NDE because it's like not how like the media or the movies portray it. Like, oh, I didn't see the
Yeah,
tunnel or the flashing lights or
I consider
whatnot.
I consider mine as an NDE because simply I was about to die emphatically. So, it is objectively an NDE because I was about to die.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
can especially tell if you're in that situation, when it's like it's real, it's crucial, like fatal.
yeah. So objectively, it was an NDE. You just didn't have the spiritual part.
Okay, okay, yeah, it
Yeah,
seems like a more rationalistic take on it, because I do feel like people's psychology do influence like what will happen in those last moments. Like I guess what you put your belief in, or maybe you what you really think ever deeply about. And so if you're
yeah.
somebody that's like
Like
real
I said,
rational.
I was, my only thought that came to my mind was, "Am I gonna die a virgin?"
And that's rational for both sides, whether you're a man or a woman. I mean, some people, maybe are like truly asexual and it's like they can get over that biological process. But, just as a mammal and, a human being, primate, like that's for sure like something that, will come up and you're like, damn, like I know I'm not going out like this. Like, shit.
Yeah, and I actually tried to join her too. So I was actually busy trying to, to take another person with me. Yeah,
Yeah, when you explained it, I was like, I do the same. Because it's like, why you trying to take me down? Okay, you're coming with.
yeah. That's what I thought. If I'm gonna die because you're trying to play a game of bullying me, then I'm gonna bully you too. I'm gonna kill you too. That's easy.
Right. And I related to it also because even me growing up in the South, it gets super fucking hot. And you know how it is going with the family. Like if you do go on like, what do they call it? Water parks, or like you're going to like the apartment pool or whatever, and you always have people out try to grab you and throw you in or like
Hmm.
push you in. I always had to experience that too because I was super lanky. Like when I was in my adolescence, I kind of still am, but people use that as an advantage to try to do that shit until I like, really backed off, so I could relate.
Yeah.
What do
Thought
you
I had
think
a
of ghosts and
question.
omens? I personally never had any experience with ghosts.
Me neither, and I don't believe in them.
I love to watch a good movie about a ghost, but personally, I've never had any experience with a ghost.
Yeah, for me, the supernatural works as a form of entertainment. I don't really believe in anything supernatural, so for me, it's just entertainment, fairy tales, cool stories to pass the time. But I'm not actually scared of anything that's beyond the physical realm.
Can I join the call? I can give more context without spamming in the chat. Of course. Let me post the link again. Of course. Anybody can join the call, you guys. It's not for.
Yeah, I think that may have been the gentleman that was just up here, talking
Oh.
about the channel. Because I checked it
Oh, okay.
out while he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
talking.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll post the link again just in case anybody wants to come in.
And I also, I'm sorry. Tell me again your name, my guy.
Claudio.
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 Claudio. Okay. In Brazil, and I know especially just depending on everyone's country, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of like jumping off the porch. It's kind of like growing up really fast and early. I was wondering how, like you, if that happens in Brazil, because I know in some of the areas it's pretty rough out there, just like anywhere. But and like if that had like some grave influence on your, antinatalism or like going down that sphere. Or was it just like,
Jumping
because I know it
jump
could be just seeing reality, or it could be like seeing reality and doing like the research on the topic to like get to that point of view.
But I'm sorry, what does jumping off the porch means? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, let me explain that because yeah, you're Brazilian, but it's like kind of like you like get away from like home early, or like you grow up like really fast and like really early, and like kind of like brutal environments, or just have
Psychologically, you mean?
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I thought you were talking about, biologically growing up faster.
yeah. No. Yeah, just like that's
Psychologically,
psychological.
yeah. I think so, because I was really bullied, and I came from a very dysfunctional family, so I think that I was actually really mature for a 12-year-old. um you know Minus the virgin part, but yeah, I was
Yeah, that's
actually
how.
really. I actually never had this phase that a lot of people go through, that they are afraid of hell, afraid of, if I do this, God will punish me, God is watching me, God is seeing everything that I do on a daily basis. I never had that. I think I skipped that phase.
Yeah, that's cool. I believe that. I mean, even if you're born into like a sort of religious household, it should be like an age or reason that you can explain it, like, hey, this is what we value in this household. Like you're welcome to believe what you want to and not have it like shoved down people's throats. Because I kind of
Yeah,
had it like that, but it wasn't too bad.
what I will say is that they accept me better as a non-Christian, but they don't really accept me as an atheist. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they actually would really accept me if I went to another religion, but they don't really accept that I'm atheist. But not right now. I'm an adult, so they don't have the place to accept it or not.
Right. They kind of tell me the same thing with my when I did talk to
Yeah,
my parents like that. It was like, oh, you maybe give it time or something, or you'll come around. Even when it comes to something that's like procreation, I'm just like standing firm on like it's not gonna happen.
yeah.
Oh, we got Brace. I added Bracer Jack to the chat. How you doing?
Hey, I just want to say hi. I think it's wonderful that this live chat is happening. So, yeah, it's about
I appreciate
4:12
you.
a.m. here, so I can't really talk much.
What time is it?
It's about 4 a.m. here, so I don't think
Oh,
I can contribute much, but it's so nice to get to be part of this.
amazing. I appreciate everybody for coming, for tuning in.
Strongly agree. That's cool that it's like international too. I like that the space can get people from like all four corners.
That's a lovely thing about YouTube too. So it's not all negative.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Like a new day every day on the internet. You can come across some like gold.
Okay, so Exara said her brother was institutionalized after his S attempt when he was around 23. He said it was the worst experience of his life being institutionalized. He told me he never wanted to experience that again, so he knew that he had to do that. I guess he had to be successful next time, which he pulled off almost 2 years ago. Wow. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that your brother's free. Hopefully, he had no children.
It's really disgusting, isn't it? It's like, you are not one of us. Comply.
Forcing people to stay in a life that's torturing them is definitely sick.
Yeah, it's
I
unfortunate that isn't a like a child free tax exemption. It's like we have to really be the pay pig for everybody in a sense. Even though we all get taxed in a sort of way, but it's pretty disgusting. It sucks. Sorry to interrupt you, my guy.
He never told any doctors or psychiatrists about his thoughts because he knew that would get him in trouble. Yeah, I always tell people to never tell any psychiatrists, any therapists, because they are mandated to report it.
I actually committed the mistake of telling them when I was still believing in therapy.
Hmm. Did they do anything? Did they report it or?
No, they just really piss me off because I actually tried to debate them, and they really resort to that, oh, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. You can't decide anything in that state, so you can't talk about your tendencies here, because if you keep doing it, I'll have to report it to a mental institution.
If it's a chemical imbalance in my brain, then prove it.
Yeah, I actually took medicine when I was still believing in medicine for a while, and it never worked for me. So that's why
Why?
I'm anti-medicine.
Oh shit! Is somebody calling me? Okay, I'll call him back later. Why, when war is a thing, why prevent suicide? Because war is financial gain for the politicians.
Yeah.
They gain nothing from you deciding to end your existence.
Actually, they can gain something. If you're a person like me, for example, that doesn't want to work, that doesn't want to contribute, they actually will gain something. They will actually not have to sustain me for the rest of my life.
So you get assistance in Brazil if you decide you don't want to work?
No, because when a person does not work, he's not contributing, he's not doing anything. So in a certain way, I can see why some capitalists might think that if you don't want to work, you have the right to go. But I don't know why most of them don't think that way.
Yeah, I
I,
think
don't- I
it's
don't know. I don't know if you get what I mean.
No, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, like in a pure capitalist perspective, I don't want to work. I don't want to contribute. I don't want to do anything for society. Why keep me here?
So you can suffer.
Yes.
yeah.
So there's even a capitalist argument for euthanasia.
My
I
brother
suppose
killed himself, told no one.
Oh no.
I never knew that we had so many antinatalists who had siblings that self-deleted.
Yeah, I don't have any sibling that's self-deleted. I only have younger siblings, and they're still too young.
Yeah, I have siblings, but they never self-deleted. I'm probably the one they probably suspect of doing it, but I've had like people I've went to school with and people I've met just outside that have accident.
I
And it
haven't
is
really
insane
met
too.
anyone in real life that actually done it. In real life, I haven't actually met anyone who did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, people keep it on the hush because it's legit, for real demonized all the time. Um, just because of like all the propaganda behind it and all the things, the religious institutions and how dominant all of it is.
Yeah. So basically, there's ways of arguing for euthanasia in every aspect of life.
Yeah, there should definitely be a graceful exit solution because nobody got consent into coming into the imposition, and you're basically just capital for these warmongers and PDFs that like just want to cause like mass accelerationism in the like worst way possible and just see the masses as like cannon fodder.
I imagined that if euthanasia is ever legalized, Earth will eventually become paradise on Earth, like become heaven. I mean, whatever that means. Because the irony of tyranny is that you need people to tyrant over. And one of the thing is, and I still love your video, For the Love of Suffering. I think the title is For the Love of Suffering. Oh, I love that video. So it's like, okay, sure. They maybe for the again, this is my woo-woo part, the woo-woo part of me where I believe in illusion, believe in suffering. So okay, that's that. But the capitalistic part would be like they need to utilize people as resources. Like, okay, I might not need you now, but you're still a walking piece of meat and you're kind of broke. So I could twist and turn your bones and your meat for any of my fun little games. So they want to keep you around just so that they can use you.
Of
And they know
course.
that you can't really rebel. And in order to have those meat stock, they have to make sure that the people don't have it on the forefront of their brain that being able to exit easily is an option. They don't want to think. They want to shame you. They want to guilt you. How dare you? You have no right to do that. They just want to remove that power away from you so that they could use you.
Yeah.
That is just what I'm thinking. But like, if it is legalized, then maybe for the first, I imagine the first few months, there'll be a massive exit, especially from overpopulated areas. I'm not going to name the countries, but eventually, and generally speaking, the religions will just kind of step in to try to guilt people, shame people not to do it, but people will still do it. And at
They
that
already
point,
do this with abortion clinics, right?
Yeah.
and at that point, they will realize, oh, our story, our bullshit is not working anymore. Oh no, people are leaving. Hey guys, stop. We'll increase your wages. Please stop. Just come and stop. Guys. Okay, how about this? We will have a 1 day work week. Okay, we have no day work week. UBI. How's that? No, please. Oh my God, 10 more just go between me just starting my speech and now. Dude, guys, just stop. What do you want me to do? What do you want me like? They need control, and they need people to control. When there's no people, there's nothing to control, and those control freaks couldn't stand it. So I think if this is ever
But
legalized, then
yeah.
we'll have heaven on earth.
But
it
that's
will not
the
happen.
funny part. What she said is the funny part. They need people to control, okay, but they also want people that are willing to be productive in society, and I don't want to be productive in society. So why would they actually want to keep me specifically here? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to run a simulation on you and you let me know whether this makes sense. Okay, so you're not productive. Yeah. So under the rule of capitalism, depending on the structure of your country, I have no idea. Generally speaking, unless you're really lucky, you're pretty much broke boy, because you're not productive, you're not earning money and stuff like that, which means that eventually, whether you like it or not, your body is going to force you to have to do things you do not want to do, like wage slavery, to able to at least buy a bread to survive. Just like you can't stop yourself from breathing, your body will automatically force you to breathe. So when you are in that desperate state, you are easy to control, and nothing arouse a tyrannic system more than having a fleet of people who are desperate and easy to control. So you are golden stock.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but I still think that they are actually putting too much work into keeping useless people alive like me.
But they're not though. They're not really putting too much work to keep you alive though. Like they're not like calling you, hey, how are you? Hey, I just want you to know, lots of love and light. Okay, we really care about you. So please sleep well tonight, and remember, life is not all about money. You're gonna be all right. Okay. Hopefully, that 2 slices of bread that you have today is gonna be good for you. Okay. Okay. Bye. They don't really do that though. They don't care. Even if you to go, you go, because there's always going to be a bunch of I'm not going to say those words, that will choose in their state of abject or object poverty, choose to pop out 5 or 10 more kids because, my bloodline and my legacy. So, yeah, they're not really putting. Yeah.
Just to be clear, I'm using the word useless as a capitalist perspective. I don't believe that people who don't work are useless. Okay.
Agree, 100%. It is so.
I'm just using it. I'm just using it as a capitalist perspective.
Yes, I understand you. It is so sad that we live in a world where your value as a person is whether it is how productive, and besides, the word productive is being validated by a greater system besides you.
Yeah.
An external system get to dictate to you your value. You know how messed up is that? And like, oh, you don't have this thing that we print, you are valueless. You have no value because we get to tell you. And your parent knew that we live in a world where your value is being dictated by something external to you, and they choose to bring you here. So, love and light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't catch what you said before, but did you say that it'd be like somewhat of like a utopia if there wasn't like what human beings around? The bracer guy?
Me or him?
Yeah, the other dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm the other dude. I suppose, to put it simply, the theory is that, again, the irony of tyranny is that you need people to tyrant over. You know, like when you are inside the tank, going through your parade, moving your hands left and right, waving, and you need people that have to cry in front of the camera to show how much they admire you. Because if they don't, off with their head. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
if
save
they
the face
were
and
to
all of
know,
that.
if they were to know that they could just go, that there is a booth over there fully legalized for them to take it. Now, of course, they will guilt you. They will guilt you, especially the parents. Not because, I suppose, again, I could be wrong, but not really. Maybe there is an element of they love you, they don't want you to go. Maybe there is that. But there is also an element of self-awareness. When they see their kid do this, the first one, the second one, the third one, they realize what they have done. Or worse, none of their kid go there yet. The first one is about to go. They realize that if the first one succeeded, they would have to face the fact that they made a mistake, and they
And the,
never make mistakes.
and the thing is, it's like I said, it's not financially benefit to keep a person that doesn't want to contribute to society alive. So there's the capitalist argument for it too.
Yeah, I fully agree because it's almost
So
like
again,
if you don't want these resources like going to waste, then let the people that don't want to be a part of the of existence like
That's
go
what I
peacefully.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying because I think that I'm not a capitalist,
Because
but
it's
I
gonna get to
think that
that point. People
yeah,
downplay it.
yeah.
They downplay it all the time. It's like it's gonna. We've been going way overboard with the breeding.
So
a
like I
recent
said,
example. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, like I said, I'm not a capitalist, but I actually use this argument for people because a lot of people are worried about capitalism. Oh, if people self-delete, what would happen to capitalism, to profit, to consumerism? And I always answer, well, if you only keep people that wanna be contributing to capitalism, then capitalism will strive.
Okay. So there is a recent example. There is a specific country that is, I think sometime this week, states that people who would like to join the fight on the war will have all their debt forgiven, which of course kind of know what will happen to them because, um, you might as well, and have your debt clear and your parents don't have to pay for it, then, you and your parents will pay for it. So again, you are non-productive. But because you're non-productive, your parents have to take care of you, and their
Yeah,
money will
yeah.
come from some, and eventually they will have to go into debt, and their debt is your debt, or your debt is their debt, because it's family kind of thing, and eventually it's going to pull everyone down. So
Yeah.
this is when you are useful. Hey guys, Love and Light here. Okay, yay! Just want you to know, if you guys want to join the war, whoa, yay, so brave, right? Whoa, see all those movies. So why don't you join the war? And I don't know, we just forgive all your debt. Isn't that cool? Yeah, come on, join it. So again, even though you choose to be unproductive, you will
Too
indirectly
funny.
become a useful pawn for them to use. Because we live in a
And
world
there's
where
one more thing. There's one more thing. Even, you know, I forgot what I was gonna say.
sorry.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Even when you stop procreating and when people stop bringing people to this life,
Mm.
maybe you won't even need capitalism anymore, because capitalism is only useful because we have 8 billion people that we have to maintain alive.
I don't know how to answer to that. I don't know. I don't
Because
know. I hear you. I don't know.
capitalism is only useful because we have to keep 8 billion people maintained and sustained and alive. If we actually lower the population, if we actually have 1,000 people on the planet, you won't need capitalism anymore.
Oh, I would love to hear everybody else's opinion on that because I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't even have a judgment on that. I don't know. What do you think? What do you all think?
I do agree in a sense. Like if it's a smaller like community, maybe tight knit or kind of spread out, that it won't be too drastic or overbearing. But when there's humans, there's problems. Well, when there's sentience, there's problems. Potential bloodshed and all types of other things. But it would definitely be more manageable, I would say.
We wouldn't need mass production. We wouldn't need mass consumerism if we only had 1,000 people on the planet.
This actually causes me to think about whether this is a chicken or an egg thing. Because did capitalism create the population mass that we have now? Or did the population mass create the capitalism system that we have now?
I think the population growth created the capitalism. I think the capitalism is
I
only
believe so
worth
too.
because we have so many people to maintain. I understand that we can't have socialism under 8 billion people. I understand that.
I believe so too. I believe the massive population created the capitalistic system that we have. Because, like you said, if there was only 1,000 people, then people would be willing to share with each other. People wouldn't be so eager and greedy for resources. But it's
Oh
like, damn,
yeah.
there's so many people. I have to compete with all these people. I have to try to get as many resources as possible.
Yeah. We only need capitalism because we have to maintain 8 billion people alive, well fed, well dressed, well maintained.
And not everybody's going to be well dressed, well fed, and well maintained. People are going to fall by the wayside.
Yeah. So basically, that's another reason for antinatalism. You can actually erase capitalism when you don't procreate.
Yeah, it's just being risk averse. Like don't create a need that didn't need to exist just for your
Yeah.
selfish desires.
Yeah, 100%.
People legit just don't give a fuck. And it's like, bro, suffering is immense. Like it's not like it isn't a joke. Like this isn't some like you can just unplug at fucking any time. Like, bro, when you're here, you're here. Like you're feeling it.
And like I said, yeah.
It never
Like
failed to amaze me how easy parents just shrug their shoulders at when their kids are born with genetic problems that cannot be cured by modern science. They're like, I mean, sure, they cry in front of the camera and get their Instagram likes and feel sad for a little while, but who's the one that's actually suffering, right? And when you ask them, they're like, well, I didn't intend that. Not my fault. Oh, yeah, the camera is still showing, right? Hi, guys, I'm so sad right now. Please like and subscribe and, donate for my kids. Like, how easy. It's, oh my God, I just can't.
So basically, they would gain more if they actually gave me the option of exiting, because I am a burden to the system. I, as an unemployed, as a neat person, I am a burden to the system. Why do they need a burden to their system?
Yeah, it's insane. At least for me, I would feel way more like a sovereign citizen, or even just having my own bodily autonomy as a human sentient being, to know that like whatever systems that be allow me to gracefully exit, but it's like the complete opposite. And like, even if like, I know we were talking about it earlier, but it's like going to like the psychiatrist or these therapists, like it's just all it takes is like or even like these call lines, like all it takes is like one trigger word for them to try to send like, you know, them folks at your door. And it's just like, you already know they're already drawn and clutching on their pistols and whatnot. Because
Yeah.
I've seen multiple videos of them doing that. It'll be mental health checks, and it's like you're sending like damn near a SWAT team for like one girl, one teenager, one person. I mean, they may already have like underlying health issues or like psychological disorders. Not that I think some of that is like even true, because I know that people will think that like it's your thoughts that create reality. I think it's like your environment.
Yeah, your thoughts definitely don't create your reality.
No, I used to believe in
Cliche
that.
talking points that we've all heard for sure. But I've always
I,
say,
I
hey, it's just my opinion, just in case, you know, somebody else thinks differently.
and also remember to add the word allegedly. You know, allegedly.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
I used to really believe. I really used to believe in the law of attraction. I mean, I really want it to be true. You know, I really want it to be true.
I also believe in it. Yeah.
And then you realize what happened to,
Me too.
people who are much younger in this world. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't think those children who don't even know how to spell vegetable, would wake up one day and go, it would be nice if and they start to think about the most horrific thing that could happen to them. I don't think so. I don't think that they attract this into their life. So no.
Yeah, because I had a period in time when I was studying like new age beliefs and things like that, like you said, law of attraction, and like, you know, people that believe in like karmic justice or karma in general, and like, you know, it's just you just have to just keep on struggling and surviving, and you'll get yours one day, and all that, you know, cliche
Where's the
talk.
karma? Where's the karma for the assholes that dispatches the karma?
Mm-hmm.
And also, if your thoughts create a reality, why haven't I just disappeared yet? Because I think about disappearing every day. Why haven't
I've
I
always
disappeared
said
yet?
that too. Right. I was like, I'd be evaporated instantly.
Yeah, if thoughts really create a reality, why are we still here? And some people that really want to live die.
Yeah, especially in America too. It's crazy how this narrative of freedom. It's like you have freedom. You don't have freedom to exercise something. You have freedom from. You know, it's just like It's just so fucking backwards. Like this shit is like legit. A big prison circus play
Yeah.
or plane, whatever floats your boat.
Well, to be fair, there are places that are much worse. Not to say that makes it okay. Not to say that, but there are definitely places that are much worse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll be ending the live in about 2 minutes, you guys. Just want to take a
Thank you
nap.
for this. Thank you
Thank you
so much. This
guys.
is wonderful
Thank
to
you
get an
guys for
interview with
tuning
you.
in.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I love
Yeah,
all you
this was
guys.
great. I wanted to try to think of some questions, so I'm glad I got a few out at least.
Well,
This was a
hopefully, if
very,
YouTube
very
doesn't take the video down, the video will be up.
okay, sweet.
I'm gonna subscribe to you guys, you both guys, too.
Yeah, you guys can post a link to your pages in the chat. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I do
so
have
I can
some
subscribe.
question for you though, but I think I will ask that after the live stream is down.
Okay, no problem. You got my email. We've chatted through email
Yeah,
before.
no problem.
Oh yeah, I probably need to tap in with that as well because yeah, I'm a big, like I said, I'm an avid watcher of your channel, And I'm definitely gonna check out everybody else's channel too. I haven't posted in a while, but I'm definitely trying to cook up some things, of course.
Okay, you
But I
guys.
appreciate you letting me on for sure.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, Claudio. Thank you so much for responding to my email.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else
I
want to
enjoyed it.
email me? I'll post my email in the chat one more time. Well, it's on my email is on my YouTube page under my description, but I posted it in the chat. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It was a little rough in the beginning, but I got it going. I don't know, something's wrong with I tried to do it through my laptop because I wanted to share the article, but looked like I had to do it through my phone.
You get better. You get better. This is good.
Yeah. It was my first time, so hopefully we have another live on another topic. I wanted to do another video about a few more things, but I'm gonna start uploading. I have my website up. It's not live yet, but I have it all ready to go. I just have a few touches to make on it, and then I'm gonna upload all my videos on the website. It'll be available to everybody. All right, you guys, I appreciate you guys again. Thank you so much. You have a good one. I'm gonna end it now. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Try not to suffer, you guys,
Thank
in this
you.
hell realm.
Bye. Goodbye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.